Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right, next matchup on the Elimination Chamber 2022 card was the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, taking on Madcap Moss. Falls count anywhere. Two things. One, I didn't care about this match because why should I? If you can give me a specific reason why I should care about this match, I will sit here and go, okay, I got you. I'll consider. The second one was, I think you had to be blind, deaf, and stupid altogether to know that Corbin was not going to interfere in this match and make this damn near handicap match for most of this time, which is exactly what happened, but literally when the bell rung. At the minute the bell run, ding, 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 where you see Corbin, boom, tack from behind, and boom. There it is right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you kind of see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Listen, as I said, all these matches were pretty straightforward. Like, you can see all the finishes, damn near what's happening in the middle of the match as it's happening. So then it's like, what the F? You know what I mean? But yeah, this match was pretty okay. Better than the first encounter? Probably, maybe. I didn't really pay much attention to that either. So I can't really give you a comparison. But there is one thing that did happen in this match that I do want to highlight. So, you know when Drew McIntyre does his Alabama Slam, right? But he kind of does it invertedly. Like, because if you remember how Alabama Slam was, it would be like, Holly, and Hardcore Holly is the person that made it famous. So he would grab their legs and the rest of the body be behind them, and he would just whoosh, like forcefully throw them down on the mat, right? How Drew McIntyre does it, it's an inverse. So instead of the back facing the ceiling, the face be facing the ceiling. So it's an inverse. It's an inverse, pretty much. My man Drew McIntyre went for it. Madcap Moss didn't fall on his face. That man fall flat on his head. Bro. I was doing something as I was listening, but I heard it, and the commentator was going crazy, like, oh my God, like he landed right on his head. I'm like, really? I'm like, did he really land on his head? Like, was it really that serious? Turn around. I think that they showed the last replay. Zoomed in. Boom, man, right on his head, like his neck went down. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo. I'm like, what's good with Drew? Drew trying to kill this man. What's going on? What's going on? What are we doing? So Madcap Moss was able to survive this match. I don't know how he even stood after that, because, yo, that was like he broke his neck. Could have got a concussion, all that, bro. Everything was just all over the place with it. You know what I'm saying? So the match pretty much ends like this. Drew McIntyre looking set up for the Claymore. Of course, here comes Corbin. Sneaking up from behind. Drew McIntyre gets into the corner. Gets his sword. As Corbin runs up, he ducks down. Drew swings his sword. Does his, Claymore countdown. 3, 2, 1. And with the sword in hand, Drew McIntyre, boom, Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins. Which is to be expected. And we know this. So, yeah. Again, obvious. Too easy to predict. We know it. We knew it was going to happen. Now, I kind of went off saying, well, this is kind of a way for Madcap Moss to win. But if Madcap Moss won, then they would have to have a third match. Because you know how WWE is. But now it seems like, to me, as I look at it more and more, I believe they're setting up Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin for Mania. Which is exceptionally interesting, considering the fact how many people thought Drew McIntyre was going to win the Rumble, go on to WrestleMania, and face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, and then beat him for the title. A lot of people, damn near half the world, if not 75% of the world, thought that was going to happen. I said, I'll wait and see. I waited and saw that's not happening. Instead, something else, something bad, something a lot, something bad else is happening. So, yeah, we're gonna get into that at another time. But for now, yeah. So yeah, Drew McIntyre wins, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, next one. Let's go.